Welcome from the home of the Mets, Citi Field in Queens, New York. MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Athletics going up against the New York Mets. And we'll be back with the first pitch. And taking the ball for the Mets, Sean Manaea.
Very dominant his last time out, picked up the win, only allowed one run. These guys would love to see him back on his game in this one.
All right, ready to get underway. Nick Kurtz now at the plate. Gets it to first. One pitch and one out.
Batting second, the designated.
And time now to check out the A's lineup. And one of the most exciting young stars in the sport, Jacob Wilson.
Boog, if I'm the manager, this is the guy I wanted to play with the game on the line. I mean, he's just so special in these situations. The best of the best, man, they find a way to visualize those big moments well in advance, and they just slow everything down when they get into that situation. They come to a plate with a plan, they've studied the pitcher, and they just seem to execute a lot more than the average guy. I think that's part of what makes him so special.
Up the middle. And that one finds its way through. So a man aboard now with one away.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. Timing on the swing was good, able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach paying off.
Base hit. That was smoked through the infield. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. Brett Baty into the game now on defense, but in a strange way. This is not a position he's used to playing as far as we know. That one is absolutely belted. And it's off the wall. One runs in. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds it third.
Always feels good when you come through and get your team on the board first. Nice line drive to the pull side right there, but he didn't spin off of it. That's the key. You still have to extend through the baseball in order to hit a line drive like that.
2 on, 1 out. On the ground to third. Run scores, and that makes it 2-0 as they get the out. So up next, Jacob Wilson. Swing and a drive, deep right field. Way back there, into the corner, but foul. Here's a high chopper. Baty throws to first in time. Inning over. But 2 runs. Back here at Citi Field. And on the mound for the A's in this one, Jacob Lopez. What's the scouting report on him? Brett Baty up now for the Mets. Baty with a homer in his last game. Swing and a ball ripped down the right field line. If it's fair, it's gone. But it slices just foul. Swing and a miss, struck him out, and there's one down. Here's a Mets lineup now. And Singy against the southpaw on the mound. The Skippers loaded this lineup with righty bats.
Certainly following the conventional wisdom here, Boog. That extra split second can make a big difference for a hitter. So these righty batters will need to take advantage and make this tactical move pay off.
2 down.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent base.
Here's Juan Soto. Hard hit, right side. Throws to first, and that is that. Nothing doing for them. Back here in Queens. Well, Siggy, we talked him up at the top of the broadcast. Firing on all cylinders coming in, but haven't seen the same dominance today.
Well, it's still early, but the sharpness hasn't quite been there. Feels like he's just one adjustment away from flipping the script.
That one hammered center field. That's got a chance. Grabs it right up against the wall. And now here's Jeff McNeil. In there at the knees. Strike one. McNeil in the 8th spot in today's lineup. And they went out and made a trade for him last season. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Out number 2. Max Muncy up next for the A's. Swing and a miss. And it's 0-1.
This strong second inning is a confidence builder for him, a relief for his manager. Doesn't have to get into that bullpen quite as early.
2 down, nobody on. Caught him looking for the K. Nothing doing there for the A's. Back here in Queens, the batter now, Jorge Polanco, stepping in. You look at where his OPS ranks in the league and think this man's just out here breaking calculators, Siggy.
Yeah, it's like he's got cheat codes. Walks, bombs, doubles. He's doing it all.
Chases that one upstairs. Foul ball there. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2. Hit in the air out towards left center field. Pretty well struck. Butler makes a nice running catch.
Nothing instills more confidence in a team than a center fielder who makes a great play like that on the run. They can feed off the energy he brings just from his playmaking abilities.
Hammers that one. Curling down the line and foul. There's a line drive to left field. Diving, makes the grab. What a play.
Hitter's got a broken heart on that one. It had base hit written all over it. Maybe extra bases. Great diving catch for the upset.
Francisco Alvarez stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Ripped, but it curls foul. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front. To right field, way back, gone.
That's the exact definition of hitting the ball where it's pitched, taking that outside fastball and driving it the opposite way out of the ballpark. You want to bottle that type of approach.
So here's Robert now. Robert went deep in his most recent game. Two down, base is empty, but 1 run across here in the second game of the series.
I don't think he was trying to miss by that much in a 0-2 count. Just tried to overthrow that pitch.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. 3rd out. The Mets do pick up a run on this solo blast. New inning getting started. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Nick Kurtz. And he hits a ground ball right side. Simeon slings to first, One pitch and one out.
Next
up for the A's, Brent Rooker. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Line drive and foul ball. The 0-1. Foul ball. Battling here as he fouls it away.
Look out. That ball was smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
The 0-2. Smash to center, way back, and you can forget it. Home run.
When you're working with this kind of velocity, so critical that you move the ball around, work quickly, and make sure that you keep that hitter off balance. Clearly not fooled by the location or the velocity. He was all over that fastball.
That one ripped, but foul.
Look out. That ball is smoked. Man, I am so relieved that they have this netting down the lines. Just ensures safety for the fans. Last thing as a player, you want to look up and see a fan get hit.
Throw short, hops him at first. Can't come up with it. He's safe. Tyler Soderstrom will hit next. And a foul ball. In the air, left field. And a foul ball. Fights it off. He'll see another. The 0-2. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. One run across in the frame so far. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Left field. Brings it in. And the batter now, Andy Ibanez. That's a bullet, but it goes foul. This to third. Zips it across. Inning over. The A's get one on this homer. And this is now back here at Citi Field as we go to the last of the third. Mark Vientos up now for the Mets. Check swing, but he went too far. That's strike one.
Well, these Mets definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. I'm specifically talking about the first pitch. These batters are swinging more than 80% of the time, which is fine if you're scoring runs, but that hasn't been the case today.
Fires over to first. Leadoff man retired here in the third. And next for New York, Tyrone Taylor.
Aye.
This one in the air. Muncy under it. And there's 2 down.
Boy, that was a hanging breaking ball right there. I think he tried to do a little bit too much. Sometimes those eyes can get really big. I think his swing broke down as well, and that's what caused him to pop it up.
Baden in the box as he fouls off the first pitch. Two down, nobody on. Hard ground ball, base knock. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Smash that one through the infield for the knock. When it's hit that hard, it makes it very tough on the infielders to make any sort of play.
Bichette at the plate now, and that's strike one.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
This one in the air. And that'll do it. Mets strand. Back here in Queens, start of the fourth, Jacob Wilson getting ready to hit.
You know, these Athletics doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. They're hitting everything thrown at them. Their contact rate is in the low 90s. It's like they know what's coming, and that's just pretty ridiculous what they're doing right now. Those numbers are well above the major league average.
On the ground, Baden. The throw to first. Leadoff hitter retired in the fourth.
And you know, that strikeout total, only 2 so far, really tells you they're not just running into good luck and getting hits to fall. They're earning those knocks.
Butler, batting with one down, takes a strike.
Nope, that's inside.
Sliced hard but foul. And a swing and a miss. Down on strikes. 2 away. 2 outs. Base is empty. Jeff McNeil digs in now.
And this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Swing and a line drive and a base hit out into left center field. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. And he'll make it to second base with 2 gone.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Next offering in there for a strike. 0-2.
Perhaps not quite ready to hit. First 2 pitches by him for a couple of strikes. Now back is against the wall. He's going to have to figure something out and figure it out quickly.
Runner at second, 2 down. Top half of inning number 4. Brings it in for the 3rd out. The A's strand 1 as the lead. Bottom of the inning, Juan Soto down. Ripped on a line to center. And there's 1 down. So on next for New York, Jorge Polanco. He's 0 for 1. Slider right there.
Something I'm noticing in this one is that these hitters are aggressive early in the count. It makes you wonder if that was talked about in the hitters meeting before this game started.
Popped up. Lopez. And a couple of quick outs. Here is Marcus Semien.
And remember, he was absolutely robbed of a base hit last time up.
That one hammered, but pulled foul. 2 down, nobody on. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that is out of play. Here's the 0-2. Fouled off, and they'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. There's a line drive to left field, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down. All set for the start of the inning. Now here's the leadoff hitter for the A's, Nick Kurtz. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
You know, these A's doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. The numbers tell us they're averaging more than a hit every inning, and they've only struck out twice, so they keep finding a way.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Leaping, and he brought it back. What a play.
Well, he just took one away from one of the best in the league. It's not going to happen very often, but when you get the opportunity, better make the play, and he did right there.
And next is the designated hitter, Brent Rooker. Liner snagged at first.
that at that is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
Langoliers in the box now. No balls and a strike. Ripped, but it curls foul. 2 down, nobody on. Goes down looking. A's go quickly. Back here at Citi Field, we head to the bottom of the 5th. Francisco Alvarez up now for the Mets. Swing, and this one's bounced on the ground. Tosses to first. 1 pitch and 1 out. Luis Robert now.
For the Mets, center fielder, Luis Robert Jr.
These hitters are going to have to find a way to be a little more patient, see more pitches per at bat. Otherwise, that bullpen's not going to have to work over there, and it's going to be advantage pitching all game long.
That smash towards center. Butler drops steps, heads back on it. Reaching for it, makes the catch.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
And a pop-up, right side, foul territory. Fielding for the wall, makes the catch in foul ground. Welcome back. It's been a great game, so let's take another look at the most important moment so far. And here is Tyler Soderstrom.
Left fielder Tyler Soderstrom.
Swings through that one out in front that time. In the air, left field. Soto takes it in for the out. 1 away. Next to hit, Andy Ibanez.
Second baseman, Andy Ibanez.
That catches the corner.
Well, in an 0-0 count, not every strike is a good strike for a hitter. I like the plate discipline there.
That one ripped left field. Carrying well. And caught on the warning track. Not quite enough behind that one. So digging in, Jacob Wilson. That one fouled hard the other way. 2 down, nobody on. And we're in the top half of the 6th. Well struck right field. He won't get there. That should be extra bases. And into second easily with a 2-out double.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of the struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
This one in the air, center field, and that is that. The A's strand 1, and the score. Back here in Queens, bottom of the 6th inning. Tyrone Taylor up now for the Mets. Left field. And that is foul.
Well, these Mets, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. They've hit 7 line drives already, and even though some of them have been for outs, there's nothing wrong with delivering consistent, hard contact. That's almost always going to lead to positive results.
The 0-2. And a foul ball, he stays alive. The 0-2. Swings and misses, struck him out.
Well executed pitch on the outside part of the plate.
Back to the top of the Mets order. Brett Baty will hit next. 1 for 2. Hit on the ground to the right side. Kurtz takes it himself, and there are 2 outs. Bo Bichette up to the dish.
Third baseman, Bo Bichette.
He swings and fouls one off. Two down, nobody on. And foul ball. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck back there. And that one is off the wall. The relay to second. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning. It's the A's. And we're back. Well, Singy, he was on a roll coming in and hasn't skipped a beat today. Will need some help from his offense to notch another win, though.
Yeah, it's one of those starts where he's doing everything right there except swinging the bat himself.
The 0-2. This one drilled right center field. That one heading for the fence and gone. Third home run of the season, and they boost their lead. It's 4-1.
And that shot makes their grip on the lead even tighter. No matter how this outing ends, that pitch is going to haunt him for a while. An 0-2 mistake. That's supposed to be a pitch out of the zone. He left it in the spot that the hitter could do some damage with, and that's exactly what he did.
Next up for the A's, Max Muncy.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball. Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball. The pitch timer expired before he started his windup, so that's a ball.
Make sure to join us here at the ballpark this Friday night as we've got the solution for these home early season games. The first 10,000 fans through the gate will receive a complimentary team fleece blanket courtesy of MLB The Show.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in here in the top half of inning number 7. Right through there for a strike. And a pop-up right side, foul territory. 1 down. Nick Kurtz up next for the A's.
Filling up the strike zone hasn't been the problem so far. It's the quality of the strikes. That's been the real issue. And you look at the first inning, that's what we saw. Too many pitches out over the plate.
And a base hit. And that's a 1-out single.
Really stayed true on that swing. It wasn't an easy pitch. Lefty on lefty. Pitcher
Run around the move. Swing and a ground ball. Close play, but he just beat him to the bag for the out. And now a chance for Shea Langoliers. 1 for 3. Yeah, that's fouled off. Man at second. And a foul ball.
Well, the good thing so far is that he hasn't issued any free passes. Unfortunately, they're making pretty good contact.
Struck him out without a swing. Good job at damage control right there. A solo homer adds to the A's lead. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Swing and a foul back. That's out of play.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
Now the bullpen looks to be springing into action. Hogan Harris, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. Sterner also throwing. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Here's the 0-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. Popped up to the left. Into foul ground. And there's one away.
That was a good hard fastball with some nice ride up in the zone right there. Hitter looked like he was on it, but I think that velocity at the end just beat him. Instead of a line drive or something hit deep, it's a pop up and an easy out for the defense.
2 down. Now it's Marcus Semien.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Up the middle, Wilson. To first, 3 up, 3 down, inning over. It's the Athletics. Back here at Citi Field, we go to the 8th. Tyler Soderstrom now at the plate. So they turn things over to the righty, Luke Weaver.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
The 0-1.
Nope, that's a ball.
Weaver, 32 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. This one ripped, but foul to the right.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Hard hit left side. And that's one away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th. Now it's the second baseman, Andy Ibanez. Hey! Pulls that one foul. Stays alive. The 0-2. Fouls that off to the left, and we'll do it again. On the ground right side into the outfield, base hit, and a man aboard.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Boog. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds.
Dives, but it kicks off his glove. He decides to eat it. A tough play, and now there are runners at first and second. Here's the center fielder, Lawrence Butler. And he swings and misses, and it's 0-1.
Well, at that velocity, if that's all you're seeing, 88, you can handle that all day long. That's what you get in batting practice. But off the velocity of the fastball, that is a very tough pitch to adjust to.
Fouls it back with 2 strikes. 2 on, 1 out. Strike 3 on the fastball, and that ran back over the inner half.
Just locked him up right there for the second out, and that's an at-bat he's probably going to be thinking about for a little while.
Oh, now this one's high and deep, way back there, on its way, gone. Another homer, his second home run of the game. So 2 down. Next up for the A's, Max Muncy.
This has been a rough inning, but sometimes you just got to work through it, save the rest of that bullpen, somehow stop the bleeding.
And that is cut on and missed. And the count 1-2. Ground ball left side. Bichette whips it to first. And that is that. 3-run shot for the A's. It's now 7-1. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Tyler Ferguson.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
That's the third. 1 pitch and 1 out.
Great job from the first baseman to get a little dirty on the play for the catch. Just because it looked easy, that doesn't mean it was.
And now it's Luis Robert. The Athletics have some bullpen action. J.T. Ginn, the right-handed sinker baller. He looks to be readying himself. Alvarado warming up as well.
Ball.
Swing and a foul out of play. Here's a 1-2. Got him swinging.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Back to the mound. Sends it to first, and it's a 1-2-3 inning. Back here in Queens, they put themselves out in front with a nice display at the plate. Take a look at the spray chart for where their hits have landed.
Yeah, when a team has this many knocks, a lot of the time it gets clustered to one side or another. Not today. They're hitting it all over the field. I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
That's a ball.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. 2-2 on the way. Smoked to the left, base hit. And the leadoff man aboard.
Couple of hits in a row for him here. Anytime you rip a line drive the other way, you feel really good about what you did at the plate. You trusted your hands, you let the ball travel, and you took the barrel straight.
Bichette whips it to first. Now 1 gone in the 9th. Shea Langoliers, the next to hit.
Aye.
1 out and a runner at second here at the top of the 9th. Laser to the gap, should score the run. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's 8-1. Pulls into second. That's an RBI double.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Soderstrom swings through it for strike one. That one fouled off. And they'll do it again. Man at second. Foul ball. It stays 0-2.
Ooh, missed a mistake right there.
And down on strikes. That's out number 2.
Well, usually you're going to see that inside fastball a little longer coming in from the opposite side, but that pitch really got in on it.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move. Oscar Brazovan will take over here. This is his 3rd time out this year. This one in the air right field. That's a base hit. The throw in. Save.
He's
in
on there.
Comes the
Save.
run from second. It's 9-1. Now here is Jacob Wilson. That's ripped into the outfield. Nice grab on the run. And that'll do it. Now it's the right fielder, Tyrone Taylor. And that one pulled foul. Plenty of offense in this one, Singy. I guess you'd say kind of what we expected, though.
Well, this was a game, looking at the pitching matchup, where you expected offense to score, and not as lopsided as this.
That's down. One hops off the wall. And that's a leadoff double.
Recognized the break on that pitch early, and that allowed him to keep his front shoulder in. You know, it's easy to bail on those front door breaking balls, but a great job right there of letting it travel, then unloading a nice balanced swing.
Pulls it in on the run. Runner tags at second, and he's in safely at third with one out. Bo Bichette up now for the Mets.
Third baseman, Bo Bichette.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. There for the out. Runner scores from third. Here comes the skipper out of the... So a new pitcher on the mound for the A's, Elvis Alvarado. He's into the game with the bases empty. So last chance for the Mets. And next for the Mets, Juan Soto. Hammered down the right side, but foul. Swing and a foul straight back. Alvarado is just one strike away.
That's a ball.
To the right side, Ibanez. Throw to first and ball game. And the A's take the first 2 games of this series on the road.
Offensive explosion today for these players. They gave up a few runs, but they had more than enough firepower to turn this one into a blowout.